There we go. All right. So we're going over the test right now. The governing body of a nation, state, or community. What do we have? What do we have? For number one here. Lydia, what do you got? Government. Yep, good job. All right. So a preliminary or preparatory statement, an introduction. What is this here? What is this here? They're calling people. I tell you what, Alex. Preamble. Yep, good job. So a body of fundamental principles or established precedents according to which a state or other organization is acknowledged to be governed. What do we got for this one here? Holden? Constitution. Good job. A small group of people having control of a country, organization, or institution. What do we have, Z? Oligarchy. Good. A system of government by one person with absolute power. We got Alex in the back. Autocracy. Good job. A system of government by the whole population or all eligible members of a state, typically through elected representatives. What do we got here? What do we got here? Sarah? Democracy. Yep, good job. A governing or controlling body whose power exists only within predefined limits that are established by a constitution or other source of authority. So this is one I was kind of tricked up with you guys here. I'll fix that for you. What do we have for this one? What do we got? Sarah, what do you got for this one? Limited government. Good job. So I'll change that for you guys again. This is the one I was talking about. So a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got here for this one? Hannah? Republic. Yep, good. The activities associated with the governance of a country or other area, especially a debate or conflict among individuals or parties having or hoping to achieve power. It's a long one. What do we got here for this one, Alex? Politics. Yep, good. A system that divides up power between a strong national government and smaller local governments. What do we got for this one? Austin? No. What do we got for this one? Hannah? Federal system. Good. A form of government with a king, queen at the head. Z? Monarchy. The extent of the power to make legal decisions and judgments. So this was the other one. So if you got this one wrong, don't worry about it. I'll change it for you. Lydia? Jurisdiction. Good job. All right. Adam Smith provided a philosophy for this type of economic system. What do we got for Z? Free market. In this type of economy, the government owns the basic means of production. Hannah? Socialism. Good. All right. Critics claim that this type of economic system hinders economic growth. Holden. Socialism. The United States has this type of economic system. Sarah? Mixed market economy. Good job. Best of both worlds there, right? So we have some government-funded jobs and still have private business. Karl Marx believed that under this economic system, one class would evolve. Devin? Karl Marx believed that under this economic system, one class would evolve. Something manifesto. That's what he wrote. What's that? No. No. What's in? Just give another guess here. So it's not socialism. What is it? Nope, not capitalism. What's the other C word there? You didn't say communism. Communism. The United States of America is considered a what? Hannah? State. Yep. Why is that? Putting you on the spot here. Why is that? Holden? Has defined borders, territories, right? Good job. Okay. Canada is considered a what, Lydia? Multinational state. Yep, good job. All right, so why is that? Yeah, good job. So there's different languages, customs, culture, right, within that state. Good. What are three major types of government we discussed in class? Are three major types of government we discussed in class. Tiffany, what do you have for this one here? Three major types of government we discussed in class. You got it. Good job. Autocracy, democracy, and oligarchy. This type of monarchy is designed to give people a list of rights that the monarch cannot infringe on. Z? Constitutional monarchy. Good. What was that? Everybody just like looks over. This type of monarchy gives sole power to the monarchy and to lead his or her country the way they desire. Supreme rule is held by the monarch. What is this one? Devin? Absolute monarchy. Good job. All right, so this is one you needed to list and describe. So if you just listed them, you lost some points. Okay, for this one. So list and describe the four main functions slash purposes of government. Within your answer, please write in full sentences and explain in detail. So what are two of them? So two purposes of government. Sarah, good job. So maintain social order. So a police force, right? How we can try to make sure that everybody's safe within our country. Right, good. Provide public services, so education, parks, roads, bridges, you name it. Right, good. What are the two other ones we talked about? Alex? National security, good job. And make economic decisions, good job. All right. Let's describe the four main theories of government. Within your answer, please write in full sentences and explain in detail. It says it right there for those of you that didn't. So, theories of government, go ahead, Alex, in the back. Yeah, good job. Evolutionary theory, what is that? Yeah, good job, good job. So it's kind of grown within the family, right? These political leaders are within the family. Holden, what's another one? Divine right theory. Good job. Describe that. Okay, good, good job. So religion has core values within that government. Good, good. What's another theory? Lydia? Yeah, good job. So strong military, right? If you're bigger, you're badder than them. You're going to take them over, and you're going to have this government pretty much used by force. Okay, military being used heavily in this type of theory. Good. All right. What's another one? What's the last one we discussed? Sarah? Social contract theory. Describe that. All right. Good job. So giving up certain rights to be protected and provided by your government. Okay. Good job. All right. Is there any questions on that exam? Like I said, I'll add four more points onto all the scores so that everybody is good on that. Just because those two questions there, I messed up. That was my fault. I made a mistake. All right, so we're gonna move on today with chapter two. How about three terms? Does that work? Three terms. That's it for today, and we'll talk about the Articles of Confederation a bit. All right, here you go. Limited government, representative government, and separation of powers. So a lot of this is rehashed from last time, but you're going to see this a lot in the upcoming chapters again. So I think it's important to know it. These clocks do not work. I just got a new one and they don't work. Hmm. Don't tell him Mr. Tallhouse. There we go. Couldn't get it. Find the screw. All right, here we go. This is the one that was a mess up on the test. Go figure. Here he is throwing it in our faces again. Limited government, what is it? What does it mean, Lydia? Yeah, good job. So to make sure that government's not too involved within the economy, within people's lives. Okay, so with a democracy, especially, people have the ability to determine how much government's involved in their daily life. Okay, especially within the economy. Okay, how we can maybe try to limit government's control, authority. All right, good job. Representative government. So this kind of goes along too with last chapter's vocab. Bolden. Yep, good job. It's almost like a republic, right? So representative government republic, very similar. Okay, you're electing officials to run the government, and they have agendas, they have ideas that people support. Okay, maybe they don't, but some people, well, if they support them, they vote them in, and they run the government to the best of their ability. In some cases, they don't do that either. Separation of powers. Separation of powers. Z.
An act of vesting the legislative, executive, and judicial powers of government in separate bodies.
Good job. So making sure that one branch doesn't get too strong. Okay. Again, guys, this was all review. There will be new terms obviously presented in this chapter, but it's important to know these before we move on, and it's just going to be reoccurring throughout the course of this semester. Okay. So real quick, I'm going to go over some PowerPoint. Won't take too long. Just talking about the Articles Confederation. Actually, no, never mind. I want to get to the textbook. Textbook, page 48. So on Google Classroom, you have the textbooks. Alex, you got that in the back. Yeah, we're going to go to page 48, Articles of Confederation. I know we're starting at section 3 in chapter 2, but we'll go back to some of these foundations, these principles, these Enlightenment thinkers when we get to the part in the PowerPoint. All right. So let's start at page 48. Way to find that is on Google Classroom. I have it posted under general information. I know I used to have it on the website, but for some people at home, it doesn't work that way. So classroom, classwork, textbook, freedom, chapter 2, bang. We're going to go to section 3, which is page 48. So it'd be 15 on chapter 2, okay, and then in the PDF. All right. So who would like to read Congress Flees Capitol, the cover story? Oh man, no volunteers. Holden, go ahead, man. The cover story: Congress flees Capitol. On the PDF, it's 15, Chapter 2. Chapter 2. But it's 48 at the bottom of the page. Starts off the Articles Confederation. Read Congress flees Capitol. Holy cow. Already at the start of our country, when we're just becoming and developing as a nation, we see a bunch of revolts and people upset with policymakers and congressmen, right? Okay, this is crazy. I never really heard of this story before. Why do you think people were upset with their politicians and these congressmen? Why do you think? And this is just the start of our country. Why is everybody upset and up in arms? What do you think, Z? Think back to history with Mr. Henniger. Do you have him? Or do you have him this year? Oh, you had him last year. Oh, so you should know it. Why are they upset? Why are these people upset? These
I can't tell you because I don't remember.
See, oh my gosh. Sarah, any ideas? Awesome. Good job. Good job. So there's going to be a lot of conflicts here emerging when we're trying to create this government. The biggest thing, we're in debt out of our eyeballs, the United States, when we first start off as a country. Okay, we need to pay back some of these European countries like France for help and the support after the Revolutionary War. Okay, we also need to try to fund the military. Okay, we need to pay some of these people that fought in the Revolutionary War. Okay, we need to try to protect ourselves from outside invaders. We need to try to build roadways, bridges. We need to try to provide public services like schools, like I said, with roads and bridges. Okay, with national defense, military. Okay, the way to do that is do what? How do we make money as a government? What do we need to do to our people? Tax them, right? Oh man, we got to tax them. And here we are. We fought a war revolution against Great Britain because of taxes. But the only way to try to create this country that we need to try to protect ourselves and have these four main purposes of government is we got to have taxes, right? We need to afford some of these services that the government's going to provide to us. Also, there's going to be a huge debate over the nation and the state. Okay, well, the national government and state governments. Who should have more power? Okay, should the state governments have more power than the national government? Going to be a topic of debate and fuels a lot of problems in early America to a point where we see a lot of rebellions, a lot of revolts occurring over these ideas, right? And the strength in the national government, how strong should it be? Okay, how strong should it be? All right, so we're going to get into weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. We won't start them today, but we'll get them maybe a little. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I like you guys to read page 48. So you're going to start at the top here. When Richard Henry, read that, and then government under the Articles. I'd like you to stop at the weaknesses of the Articles. Don't read that section just yet. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So you're just reading page 48. Okay. That clock just stopped working again. Darn it. Oh, I don't know what to say. We're buying junk here, junk clocks. Just kidding.
Well, could it need a new battery? Or
Uh,
is it hardwired?
I just put a new battery in. I don't know. Maybe it is a battery. I don't know. I'm not
Because
sure.
it gets to the 9 and then it just bounces.
Yeah, it's just not strong enough to get over the 9. It's the 9th inning. What are you gonna do? You can't make it. All right, Articles of Confederation. What are the Articles of Confederation? What are they? So you just read about them. You should know them. Probably should know them from last year too. Go ahead, Z.
The first basic government that we had.
Yeah, yeah, good job. And what is a confederation? What does that mean? What is a confederation? Not the Confederate States of America. Oh no, look out. Rebels. What is a confederation? What does that mean? It's going to be one of your vocab terms. Alex? League of Friendship. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. League of Friendship. Yeah, so all these states coming together and trying to form this confederation. All right, we've seen a confederation before too. The United States was established with the Iroquois Confederacy, right? These Native American tribes coming together to try to fight off these English settlers. Okay, with the start of the United States, same thing. The states had to come together. They had to try to form a national government, a bond between each other, in order to maybe prevent any type of invasions. Okay, we need to raise a navy, raise an army. Okay, we need to try to protect ourselves from Native American attacks. Okay, I think the book labeled Indian Affairs, but we'll just label it Native American attacks. Okay, other situations like state cooperation. Okay, commerce, right? How we're going to try to help with transportation. And some of the other states have their decisions on with economic policies, with currency, okay, with trading with other countries. It was kind of left up to the states at the time, which is going to cause a lot of conflict, cause a lot of issues and problems for these states moving forward. And this is why we'll see the Articles of Confederation getting scrapped, getting thrown out. All right, we'll get into the weaknesses more tomorrow. All right, but anyway, confederation is a group of individual state governments that band together for a common purpose. Okay, for a common purpose. So after the Revolutionary War, the states all agreed that they needed to come together, needed to form a national government in order to try to protect their core values, protect their boundaries or their assets. Okay, there's going to be a huge argument too with the creation of voting and representation in the states at the time. All right, so with that, you know, what did the Articles of Confederation establish with representation of the states? What kind of house? A bicameral or unicameral did the Articles of Confederation establish? What do you guys remember from reading? Lydia? Unicameral. Good job. So that means it's one house, right? So each state gets one vote. Is that fair? I think it's fair. Why not, Lydia? Everybody gets a vote. Why isn't it fair? Okay. All right. Well, they elected that representative to do that, right? I guess. Well, why isn't it fair? Why else do you think it's not fair? Bolden? Yeah, some states have more people than others. So population has to play a role in this. Okay, good. Good job. So, especially at the time, Virginia was the biggest colony, well, biggest state at the time then. So, they're the biggest state. They had the most production of tobacco and resources like cash crops, indigo, you name it. Right. So, with that, they thought they should have the most representation, rightfully so. Okay, they have the biggest population. They created pretty much all the money and all the trade with European countries. So why wouldn't they have more representation? So already we're going to see a conflict here, right? This unicameral system, yeah, it's good. Everybody gets an equal vote, every state, but at the same time, we have to deal with population. Okay, Virginia's like, listen, we offer so much for the states here compared to New Jersey, Delaware. It's not even comparable. So we should have more say in government, right? We have more people, right? So Confederation Congress. Okay. So this was really set up the Articles Confederation to try to, again, link the states together, to try to have some sort of central authority, okay, where we can have decisions made at a national level, right? Or, instead of independent states making their own decisions, whether it's trade with other countries, whether it's going to war. Can you imagine one state going to war with a country in Europe? That would be crazy. But at the time, it was established that way, right? Another thing is how, with the Articles of Confederation, one of their laws was that they have the ability to raise a military, raise an army, a navy. But how can they do that if they don't have any money? It's all question marks. What do we do? Okay, how's this going to work? How's this going to try to benefit our country moving forward? So the Articles Confederation, this was a great thing at first, right? Yes, we had all the states coming together, but some of the weaknesses would prevail here soon. It just showed that the state governments had more power than the national government, and that shouldn't really be. Okay, and this was some of the obstacles that many of these politicians, these public officials will try to solve moving forward. We can't have the state governments being stronger than the national government. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay, we need to have a central authority figure, not to the point where it's an autocracy, not to the point where it's really taking ownership and individuality away from the states, but we need to have some sort of central authority figure. Okay, that's going to be one of the main reasons why the Articles Confederation, didn't really work out. All right, is there any questions on that, guys? So I just introduced the chapter, the Articles Confederation. We're going to talk about the Constitution here eventually, and then the formations, the foundations of our American government. So again, this is just the beginning of it. I wanted to start off with the Articles Confederation to show, hey, we tried it once, it failed miserably. So we tried it again, it worked out pretty darn good. Okay, and I'll explain a little bit more of the influences of that. All right, is there any questions on that at all? Okay, all right. That's all I got for today.